What's up, traders? Going 1 for 6 today. Minus 3R. Let's get to it. All right, first off, just wanted to say thank you for everybody that came out to the live stream this morning. Unfortunately, we showed you a red day. So a little frustrating there, but we did actually take a trade after the live stream was over. Not right after. We went and made some lunch, came back, and saw SPG kind of setting up. So we'll start here. Previous resistance all the way down here around $63. Went all the way up through $64.50. Finally got the signal. We actually missed it, but it popped back up. Still looked good, so we ended up taking it. And it did work out pretty much right away. It went down to 64. It even it tried to come back up like it was some sloppy seconds here. Came back down. Actually did make a lower low here, and thought we were going to continue just like most sloppy seconds do. But we're in a different kind of market as of late, and instead of getting that move back down towards 63.55 or even VWAP or even this previous resistance down here 63. It just decided to consolidate right around here, and it ended up going high of day, stopping us out. And as you can see, it's been pretty much just chopping around in the same area. It is trying to head a little bit lower now, but it's just the market that we're in. It seems that nothing wants to really give us those good pullbacks. I'll go over to WAB. This was a quick one as well. Previous resistance down here at 65.20 area. Made a nice move up here towards 66.50 and just tried to play the breakdown. We got the 1 minute trigger here. Through this area, like it started to make a top here, got the 1 minute trigger under the 65.90 area. We actually jumped in. Look at our entry here, 65.91. This is the one that it was on HUYA that it got us, but so we pretty much bottom ticked the candle as it was coming down, and unfortunately it went back towards high of day. And as you can see, a little bit later it went a little bit higher, but then ultimately it decided to make the move that we were looking for originally. It just happened to want to go high of day first. And again, this has been the theme of the last couple of weeks. And as you will see, HUYA, this one got us 3 separate times, and then we finally got one back, similar to the WAB trade, but we'll get to it. So first one here, nice intense move through 22.50. Tried to get in on the 1 minute trigger, looking for the move down. Nothing. I got stuffed, fake out, and this is the one. If you look at our entry, 22.85, and the lowest that ever actually printed was 22.90. So we got filled on the bid, what was showing on the bid at 22.85, but the low of any of these candles was 87, and we got filled at 85 on the candle that says 22.90, so that was fun. So I mean, in reality it doesn't matter. We still would have got stopped out in hindsight, but we would have had some more share size if we got filled at say 22.90 for the move down if it happened. So we got stopped out, and we actually made some money on one of these moves last week where it went high of day, stopped us out. We realized it was a fake out, so we jumped back in. So this came back down into the range. When I make these type of plays, I'm not ever going to take the set risk button, because if I do that, I'm too close to the top. I'm going to get way too much share size, and then if for some reason I get some slippage through high of day, that's going to probably be pretty nasty. So basically what I do in this situation is I'm looking to take share size that is probably about half of whatever I'm risking, and the case there is that I am so close to high of day that I'm still going to get the good risk to reward, right? So in this case, high of day was 08 and our entry was at 99. So we were risking 9 cents, but we were looking to make about 40-50 cents. So that's a pretty good risk to reward ratio, where here our entry was 85 and the high was 06. So we were risking 19 cents, looking to make about 25-30 cents. So you can see how I would end up with more share size if we're risking the same amount there, 19 cents versus 9 cents. And it can, if the slippage happens, it can suck. So that's why we took some smaller share size here. It did come back up. It stopped us out. And one last time we said, okay, it did the double fake out. And this time, if we zoom way in, you'll see there was actually a 1 minute trigger here. So we were using this candle here and back through 23, and we saw 98 on the bid. So we took it, and unfortunately, it faked us out again. And this time we actually did hit the button, because I was just convinced that that was going to be the one where we got the pullback, because this thing, look at it. I mean, it just didn't pull back. It just kind of went sideways, came up and then went sideways again. And I was like, okay, this thing is due for some kind of a pullback. And we were wrong. It said, no, we're going to squeeze even higher. So we just let it do its thing. And then we finally waited for some real confirmation. We saw this used as support a bunch of times. It tries to squeeze higher, didn't get any volume on that push. So I said, okay, I think this is it. And so once we got the confirmation, we kind of assumed here, right? We came down to that 2350. You can see it was used as support several times. So when we came down to it here after the push through high of day, I said, okay, I have no problem taking the risk here, looking for it to push through 50 and just risking off high of day. Good risk to return, good risk to reward trade there. And I guess risk to return works as well. But anyways, comes down here. We cover 90%. We were looking for much more. But again, we had this previous support here that we were looking at, as well as VWAP coming up, as well as or no, that was the two things. The support here and the VWAP coming up. It was just, to me, it seemed like obvious support obvious support area. I'm having trouble talking today, apparently. And as you can see, we put our remainder, we took 90% off there. We put our remainder there at break even, and it just squeezed right back up there, consolidated, would have stopped us out if not there, right here, and then eventually it did what we were looking for it to do on this move, and that just seems to be the case, right? It always has to, lately it just always has to make one more attempt, stop hunting, if you want to call it, whatever it is. The market seems to be just putting that extra attempt in there, and it's really confusing me personally. I don't know if it's confusing a bunch of others, but then it ultimately ends up doing what we're looking for it to do. So that was our trades. We ended up 1 for 6, 4 trades, 0 for 3 on the first 3 on HUYA. Got a pretty decent chunk of it back. So on HUYA, we only ended up down $33, where we risked 25, 25, 25, and then on this one we were only risking $9, but we were looking to make around 50. And so to only end up down 32 with 4 trades, that's actually not too bad. So I'm gonna be happy with that. And SPG, that one was 24. I mean, I can just show you guys. It'd be much easier. SPG we lost 24, and then WAB we lost 23.50. So basically risking 25 on each of those, and we ended up down 80.64 on the day, if you want to add all those up. So it wasn't too bad of a day, but just still kind of sucks. I think 3R is gonna be our max loss for any given day. So 25 would be 3 trades in a row. So technically after the first 3 on HUYA, probably could have been done, because if it's not working, it's not working. If you're not reading something right, you're not reading something right, and you should just kind of move on. And right now, it's been a fight. The market has been fighting. It's just not giving us the normal pullbacks. I mean, look at SPG here. Look at this big move. Usually, we're at least getting some of this move back. If we pull the fibs up on this move alone, even if we go to the start of the move, it's actually down here. I mean, we're not getting anywhere close to the 50. It's just not happening. I mean, that's what we're used to. We're used to pullbacks coming down, testing that 50 at least, and on good days, testing VWAP, and we're just not getting any of that. And as you can see, look, another fake out to the downside here from SPG. So I'm just going to change my name to Fake Out, I guess, my middle name anyways, and we'll move on to tomorrow. So appreciate any of you that stopped by the live stream this morning. It was a lot of fun, even though we ended up with a red day. Don't forget to hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, hit that as well. I appreciate the support. If you have any questions or comments, leave those down below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.